This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Bus day in Chennai takes an ugly turn. Students lose control, attack the police forces. Even an assistant commissioner is not spared. Chennai City Police steps up the ante against Lalit Modi. Will send a interrogation team to Mumbai, are likely to seek an arrest warrant. Putting the right step forward, Amma asked party cadres to keep the celebrations humble, requests election work on her birthday. Mosquitoes continue to be a menace, seemingly immune to even the fogging that's meant to wipe them out completely. Hospitals demand sector status and concessions on credit and land. Proposes more tax rebates for investments in health insurance.
Please give it priority sector and give us access to funds so that we can really build out phenomenal infrastructure.
They are the champions of the world, but they have been handed a royal ignore. No job opportunities for these star achievers.
मतलब ये फील्ड में मुझे आज नहीं तो 20-22 साल हो गए, लेकिन अभी तक मुझे जॉब में नहीं। मैं हर साल इंटरनेशनल नेशनल खेलती रहती हूँ।
Very good evening and welcome to News Tonight with me, Ashmit Kumar. Let's have a look at stories coming in from across the country. Key Kalmadi aide Lalit Bhanot and VK Verma are arrested. Will Kalmadi be the next one? After releasing Marji, the junior engineer, reports say that Maoists have refused to release the collector. Top clerics decide the controversial Darul Uloom Vice Chancellor Vastanvi will stay for now. A panel will look into charges against him. The Lok Sabha is adjourned to twice as MPs from Telangana demand a bill on statehood. Even Congress MPs join the chorus. As the crisis in Libya continues, India firms up its evacuation plans for stranded Indians. Krishna says sea route is the best option. Acquitted after the Godhra verdict, dozens return to homes and freedom after 9 years in jail. Want to buy a World Cup ticket? Don't go to the Crash website. Now you can get it through a new lottery system. Now first up, around 25 policemen, including an assistant commissioner and 2 inspectors, were injured in Chennai today as students of a private college pelted stones at the police. Trouble began when students who returned to their campus after celebrating Bus Day targeted the police, and the college literally turned into a battlefield as police retaliated. Just a few days back, the Madras High Court had come down heavily on the police forces for failing to ban the Bus Day celebrations, which caused huge inconvenience to passengers and to road traffic.
அவங்க என்ன தண்ணி அடிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க, வாட்டர் கலர் இருக்கிற தண்ணியெல்லாம் எங்கள் மேலே அடித்தாங்க, பால் அடித்து ஊற்றுனாங்க, பூவெல்லாம் பிச்சு எல்லார் மேலே போட்டாங்க. அப்போது நாங்கள் ஒன்றுமே செய்யலை. உள்ளே போய் கள்ளத்துக்கு அடிக்க ஆரம்பித்தாங்க. அப்போது நாங்கள் சேஸ் பண்ணோம். சேஸ்ஃபுல்லாக கள்ளத்துக்கு அடித்ததுனால எனக்கு தலை ஹெட்டு இன்ஜுரி, காலில் கையில் இன்ஜுரி. இதே மாதிரி நிறைய போலீஸ்க்கு பப்ளிக்கு நிறைய அடி டேமேஜ் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. வெஹிக்கிளில் டேமேஜ் பண்ணிட்டாங்க, பப்ளிக் அடிச்சா பஸ்ஸு டேமேஜ் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. இது மாதிரி நிறைய டேமேஜஸ் ஆகிருக்கு இந்த பச்சைபாஸ் காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டாக.
ஆட்டோ ஓட்டின்னு போயின்னு இருந்தேன். ஒரே சண்டை இதுவாக இருந்தது. இவ்வளோ பெரிய கல் வந்து இங்கே விழுந்தது. அப்படியே நான் மயக்கமாகி அப்படியே வண்டியை விட்டு ஹாஸ்பிட்டலுக்கு இட்டுன்னு வந்துட்டாங்க போலீஸ் அதிகாரி.
பப்ளிக் நான் என்ன வேடிக்கை பார்த்த ஒரு கலவரமாக இருக்குன்னு இவ்வளோ பெரிய கல் அப்படியே மார்மலை வந்து விழுந்தது. அது அட்ட டைம் இங்கே இருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாருமே தான் கல் வந்து சரா மாதிரியே விழுந்தது. என்னால் ஒன்றுமே முடியல, அப்படியே நான் கீழே மாதிரி கடிச்சு விழுந்துட்டேன். அட்ட டைம் போலீஸ் தான் சார் எங்களை ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் எடுத்துக்கணும், எல்லாரும் ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் போகுது.
Around 25 policemen were injured in the attack. The Pachepas College students, in a fit of rage, started pelting stones at the police people who were deployed right in front of the Pachepas College. We are now joined by Dr. Sarangan, Joint Commissioner of Central Chennai. Sir, tell us, what is the condition of the police people who were injured in the attack?
The students started pelting some stones for reasons best known to them. Some of our officers have sustained injuries. Including one assistant commissioner and 2 inspector of police, they sustained injuries, bleeding injuries. About 25 of them have been injured. And we have now spoken to the principal and to find out what is the reason, who are all the people inside, whether any outsiders are inside, any old students are instigating such kind of activities. And we have also repeatedly asked principal and other college authorities to avoid the bus day celebration which has been menace in the recent past. So we have taken all on the instruction of our Commissioner of Police. We have taken very strict enforcement, and we have ensured that they don't travel on the bus and other things. But that kind of lawlessness is slowly percolating into the college and leading to this kind of law and order situation. So we hope that the college authorities are more responsive to such social needs, because it is not we who are affected. It is the public in general. They are affected by this kind of activities. So we expect cooperation from the authorities concerned.
In fact, when we spoke to the passengers, it is very clear that the passengers were harassed by the college student. Now, you have enough police personnel deployed right in front of the college, but what made you to think twice before retaliating?
No, it is not the question of retaliation. When the situation warrants, we have to do what is to be told in the police manual. That is it. There is no question of retaliation or anything. It is only to bring the situation under control. So the situation, the Deputy Commissioner herself was positioned here, and she has brought the situation under control, and the lawlessness has been put up, and the students are quietly now gone. And we are also going to register a case under appropriate section of law, and on the basis of investigation, the law will take its own course.
What provoked the students to pelt stones at the police people who were deployed in front of the college, sir?
No, this is a very lengthy question which requires a thorough investigation. But this has been going on for some time, some kind of lawlessness in the campus. And now, I don't know, maybe a infight among the students or something which could have provoked such things. They were feeling that police are probably not allowing them to have the bus day of their choice. So that is the provocation, because they feel that they should be allowed to climb on the bus and then walk on the road, disrupting the total traffic and other things, which we are not allowing. That is the reason.
Thank you very much for joining us, sir. The area is witnessing heavy police presence to prevent any untoward incident.
And while in some political news, the infamous case of alleged political murders involving the PMK top brass took a decisive turn today. The Madras High Court today ordered a status quo to a petition filed by the AIADMK MLA CV Shanmugam relating to a political murder during 2006 assembly polls. Now the case cites PMK's Ramados and Anbumani Ramados as accused. Now the AIADMK MLA, who is the petitioner, had demanded a CBI probe into the political murder of Muru Gandan during the run-up to the 2006 assembly polls. However, interestingly, though the police named both Ramados and Anbumani Ramados as accused in the case, their names were later dropped. CV Shanmugam alleged in this petition that the names were dropped due to political pressure. The High Court heard the petition and ordered status quo, which basically means that the investigations into the case are still pending.
CV Shanmugam has moved application before this Honorable High Court for CBI investigation in respect of the murder taken place in the year 2006 and attempt murder of the MLA. The case came up before His Lordship Jyoti Manijay. After hearing the arguments on the side of the MLA, His Lordship ordered for keeping status quo and posted the case on Monday for filing reply on behalf of the government.
And as AIADMK General Secretary Jayalalitha turns 63 on Thursday, places of worship are swarmed with party cadres making special offerings for their leader. The AIADMK's women wing made an offering to over 2,000 milk pots at Vadapalni Murugan temple a day ahead of her birthday. Ritual fast before reaching the temple. Let's take a look.
The Queen Bee turns 63 tomorrow, and unlike Mayawati's birthday bash, Jayalalitha's is likely to be celebrated with sobriety by her party. Don't celebrate my birthday, instead focus on election work, she had instructed the AIADMK rank and file. Religiously adhering to the diktat, they are heading to temples.
இந்த வருஷம் போன ஆண்டை விட இந்த வருஷம் பெண்கள் ரொம்ப நாங்கள் எதிர்பார்த்ததை விட ரொம்ப எழுச்சியாக வந்திருக்காங்க. அனைவருமே வந்து அம்மா வெற்றி பெறணுங்கிறதுக்காக இந்த போன ஆண்டு சிகப்பு கலர் புடவை எடுத்தோம், எதிரிகளை வெல்லணுங்கிறதுக்காக. இந்த ஆண்டு நிச்சயமாக வர இருக்கின்ற தேர்தலில் அம்மா வெற்றி பெறணுங்கிறதுக்காக பச்சை கலர் புடவை கட்டி குடம் வந்து 2025 லேடிஸ் வந்து பால் குடம் எடுக்கிறோம்.
You can call it a confluence of bhakti and politics if you like. But from MLAs to the ordinary AIADMK workers who observed the ritual fast before reaching the temples, there was only one prayer: one wish, make Amma win.
இதய தெய்வம் புரட்சி தலைவி மாண்புமிகு அம்மா அவர்களுடைய 63வது பிறந்த நாளை முன்னிட்டு வடபழனி முருகர் கோயிலுக்கு இப்போது எல்லாம் பால் அபிஷேகம் பண்ணுறதுக்காக மகளிரணி மாநில மகளிரணி சார்பாக இப்போது பால் அபிஷேகத்துக்காக எல்லா லேடிஸும் அந்தந்த மாவட்டத்திலேருந்து வந்திருக்கிறோம். அது சென்னை மாவட்டத்திலேருந்து நிறைய லேடிஸ்கள்லாம் வந்திருக்கிறாங்க.
அம்மா கண்டிப்பாக வந்துடணும். எல்லாரோட ஓட்டம் அம்மாக்காக தான். நாங்கள் ரொம்ப அரும்பாடுபட்டு இந்த பால் கொடுத்த அம்மாக்காக நினச்சி மனசார நாங்கள் எடுக்கிறோம். இந்த வாட்டி அம்மா கண்டிப்பாக வரணும்.
AIADMK Supremo Jayalalitha's birthday celebrations are a meeting point of religious tradition and politics. She may have wanted the birthday celebrations to be a low-key affair, but there is no stopping the frenzy associated with her birthday celebrations. In Chennai, Peer Mohammed, NDTV Hindu.
And well, as Amma turns 63 tomorrow, her ally and MDMK General Secretary Vaiko met the AIADMK Chief Jayalalitha at her residence today to wish her on the eve of her birthday. He also didn't miss the chance of taking a dig at the UPA government.
So, I came here to convey my birthday greetings to the General Secretary of AIADMK, Dr. Puratchi Thalavi. There was no talks about the seat sharing of for the ensuing assembly elections. If the Congress party headed by Sonia Gandhi is really serious about the Himalayan scam of spectrum, why does the Congress party want to join hands with the DMK for the ensuing assembly elections in Tamil Nadu?
And well, moving ahead, the wish list for Pranab Mukherjee grows longer. The healthcare segment is looking for its own fair share of the pie. We get you their demands on the budget on the other side.